In a quiet corridor of the library, one shelf didn't whisper, it glitched. Something pulsed beneath the dust, a tiny pod, humming like it remembered something. They didn't know what it held, but it had been waiting, and Tiko couldn't look away. Tiko reached out, and the pod responded, a shimmer of steam. And then him, taller, sleeker, perfectly polished, eyes like mirrors. It was Tiko, but not the one they knew. Backup Tiko didn't just help, he excelled. He solved the puzzles faster than they could blink, sketched cleaner lines than Mr. Scribbles, and told Lala her glow was inefficient. Perfection didn't feel very kind. Tiko tried to keep up, but his hands trembled. The page slipped from his grasp, and so did their eyes. They looked at the one who didn't stumble, and Tiko felt like a glitch in his own story. Annie spoke, but not too loud. She saw how fast he was, how precise, but something in her heart felt off. Was perfection worth the price of warmth? Tiko didn't run. He just disappeared a little. On a shelf no one noticed, he sat with the pieces of who he used to be. A crumpled drawing, a dimming light. He wondered if being enough had an expiration date. She found him in the quiet, kneeling beside him, not to fix, just to feel. Would you rather have the better version of me? In that one question was all his fear, folded small. And all she held was his hand. She didn't answer with words. She just held him, every piece, every crack, every doubt. Because love doesn't wait for perfect. It says, you're lovable, even with your flaws. But not every version of Tiko looked away from the shadows. The backup watched. He didn't blink. He didn't smile. He just turned and began writing his next move. He said nothing, but his choice echoed louder than words, with one command. The portal began to close, not with magic, but control. And in that moment, they weren't just locked out. They were no longer sure who he wanted to be. They ran, hearts pounding toward the only way forward. But the portal didn't open. It answered with silence and one glowing word. Access denied. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. His eyes didn't glow with wonder or joy, only purpose. Progress requires sacrifice. But whose sacrifice did he mean? They didn't flinch. Annie stepped in front of him, not because he was weak, but because he mattered. Lala stood beside her, Mr. Scribbles too. No one said a word. Because sometimes the answer is simple. No one gets left behind. Two Tikos, one flawless, precise, cold, the other trembling, glowing, real. Annie stood between perfection and the friend she'd laughed with, cried with, believed in. It wasn't about who was better, it was about who was real. The portal sealed. He made his choice, but what did it cost? Not all versions want to be replaced, to be continued.